Boy, this is Jesus and Gym Shoes. Boy, this is Jesus.
Welcome to
and
another
Gym
episode of Jesus and
Shoes.
Gym Shoes, where we have unparalleled conversations about life skills in Jesus. I have I'm going to introduce y'all to somebody who I think is really cool. Her name is very unique. Tell the people your name.
Because you don't know it, I will tell them what my
Your name is
is.
your name is Quiana. Like, just I know your name.
Oh,
But
really?
what you said? Oh, shut up.
It's Queeniana Adams.
What do you do, Quiana?
I am a marketing consultant and serial entrepreneur.
Yes, she is. And she is a real life bug. A real life bug, okay? Like, if you've never met one,
What?
this is... So, Quenyata put me in a real sticky situation once before. She had like...
Wow.
That's what we started. That's
Are
what
we
we
talking
started.
about this?
That's what we started. We're going to get to the other stuff, the good stuff, but they got to like understand our relationship first.
Okay, let's do
Before
it.
we... Okay, so she put me in a real
Let's
sticky
do it.
situation. She decides to get married just overnight. And she just like... just like randomly. And then it's just like, oh yeah, by the way, I'm married. I'm just like, oh, what? And so I'm in the office.
No. You were in the office, and I was like, oh, I'm getting married tomorrow.
Okay, yeah. That's so she had like planned it like that day. She had like everything situated that day. And so she's like, oh yeah, I'm getting married tomorrow. And I was like, what? And so I was like, I'm in the office, and I was just like, yeah, hey, did she tell y'all she get married? And mind you, all these old women are like, hey, so why didn't you tell us? We could have had a bridal shower for you. And I was just like, yeah, this is your fault.
So now that you said that, I'm thinking it's your fault because you told everybody my business. Ain't that strange? Right.
Is that how it works?
I think that's what happened.
Oh, okay. Well, hey, you shouldn't. It's my fault.
Yeah.
It's my fault. However,
Mm-hmm.
that was really it was a random time.
Yeah. It's a random marriage.
And I wasn't even invited. Like, she told me, and I wasn't even invited to the wedding. It was just like, oh yeah, I'm getting married tomorrow. Oh yeah, so what you doing?
You were there, and I just needed to like get it out. You know what I mean? I needed to put it out into the atmosphere because I was stressed. Okay.
About it. Mm-hmm.
Wedding planning is stressed, and then
You
trying
only
to
planned for
plan
like
it.
2 days.
You tried it. I was gonna say a week. You tried it. I was gonna say a week. You said days.
Oh, shoot. Okay.
A work week. Okay, let's do a work week. 5 days.
It was literally 5 days.
Okay, I was stressed out. And you were just in the vicinity. And I was like, I'm getting married tomorrow.
Oh
yeah.
My God. It was probably, that's one of the funniest times of my life. That's by far one of the most, yeah. And then to not get invited, Lord Jesus, that was hilarious.
Not get invited. I barely remember it myself. True story.
Oh, I know. That's what's even funnier. It was like, oh yeah, by the way, I'm getting married tomorrow.
Yeah.
Let me put this on my calendar. I was like, what?
True story.
Oh, you really did say, let me put this on my calendar.
I probably did. I'm sure that I did.
That's why I was taken aback by what you said. That's why I was taken aback even more, because it was just like, oh, this is interesting.
Interesting.
For a lack of the use of all of the words in the English language, that probably could have described that better. But what's your favorite pair of gym shoes?
Oh, Air Max.
Which ones?
I don't know. I know that I bought a pair from the Nike store 2 years ago. I don't have them anymore, but they were so dope. And they're my favorite ones because they got so much attention. Like everywhere I went,
Why don't you have them
everybody loved them.
anymore?
I gave them away.
Okay, that's fair. I give a lot of shoes away too.
Yeah, they were really dope. And I've been looking for that specific one from Nike and I can't find it anymore.
Yeah, that's not the way it works.
Oh, really?
Mm-mm.
They were really dope too.
Should have kept them.
Facts.
But you live and you learn.
I suppose.
You live and you learn. Now, 3 years from now, when you find that next great pair of gym shoes, you know that to keep them.
I like a classic Converse too.
Okay.
You know, I had gotten some image consulting a few years ago, and they told me a classic Converse, you can like never go wrong. And I feel like that classic white Converse is here to stay.
I agree with you wholeheartedly.
Yeah.
I agree with that wholeheartedly. I have to go to a black tie event tonight, and I'm really thinking about wearing Converse to this black tie event that I don't really want to go to. I'm thinking of suit jacket, ruffle shirt, jeans, and some Converse.
Okay.
Because I don't really desire to dress up on a school night.
Where are the ruffles on this shirt you're talking about?
It's not like 1970s ruffles, but it's just
like Dave Chappelle, Rick James ruffles. Like
it's a tuxedo shirt. It's a regular tuxedo shirt.
Oh, I guess so. The ruffles are like in the front.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
That's just like one idea that I might go with. I might really go with that idea real quick. So you brought up this really cool. So I'm not gonna call it cool.
Oh.
It's shady, right? You brought up this idea to me.
It's meant to be cool. It is.
It's not meant to be cool.
It is purposeful.
Okay, that's a cute way of saying it. It's new to me, and it's gonna be new to you guys. You want to open a juice club?
Wow. The shade was really real there. No, I think that was you back in the early 2000s at the CTA station. This is not what that is.
Club liquids. Club liquids.
Don't come for me. I did not sing for you. So no.
Not you coming for my actual business. That's rude.
No, this is not you at the CTA station.
Oh my God, you are incredible. Oh my God, you are incredible. I think that, my business was, a dope idea.
Yeah, it's dope. Juice bars are really dope. Praise bar is a bar.
So, okay, it's a praise bar. So,
we rebranded now. Okay. Have you seen our new rebranding?
No.
Okay. So it's Praise, P-R-A-Z. Praise. That's the name of it. Praise Bar, P-R-A-Z Bar.
We discussed that was a bad idea. Okay, so let's go over the concept, right? The concept is you are having juice to trap music.
Wow. Really? No. So
explain this.
There is a trend around the world of alternative beverages, right? In the spirits industry, in the wine, in the beer, spritzlers, all of that. There are many options for non-alcoholic versions of that. Okay, this has been going on for the last decade. There are multiple brands that offer these things for a variety of reasons. So what we've seen in the last few years is this uptick in bars that serve strictly non-alcoholic beverages. So you can, instead of like you can get your regular cocktail just with this alternative rum or this alternative tequila. And Praise Bar is going to be one of the first ones open in the city of Chicago for people who are non-drinkers.
Okay. So somebody's listening to this and they're like, yo, I could go to the club now and I don't drink. Like, what makes this place special?
Yeah, so research, so alcohol.org, right? So it's the foundation for people who are, challenged with alcohol challenge, go for resources. So they have statistics. And they rank the cities in the United States with the highest numbers of non-drinkers. Mm-hmm. Currently on that list, Chicago is number 3 with over 270,000 non-drinkers. Mm. And people decide not to drink for a variety of reasons, right? So Praise Bar, as our tagline says, we're in support of all of those reasons. People don't drink because of cultural practices. People don't drink because of faith-based practices. A large audience that's really driving this movement, as we talked about before, are people in sobriety. A lot of the stories behind the non-alcoholic brands, even some of the bars that have emerged, are from the sobriety community. And what I like about Praise Bar, I want to kind of go beyond that. We're here for people in sobriety, but there's so many different reasons why those 270,000 plus Chicagoans don't drink. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of a very niched audience, right? If you don't drink, that's your lifestyle. So you go out, Praise Bar is just another place that you can go and feel comfortable around people around you. In testing this concept from non-drinkers, like I've talked to people who don't drink because of faith, people don't drink because of health, who've gone like alkaline vegan, who are like really strict. It's like or some people who have, because I have this one friend who don't drink just cause she's just not interested. And I'm one of those people too. I'm just not interested. I've had, alcoholic beverages before, and for me, it's just not for me. And the consensus is that, I look forward to Praise Bar because I won't feel out of place, and that's kind of the feedback that you hear from, like I said, these bars emerging across the country.
And so it's hard for me to grapple with, because it's just like I go through spells where I don't want to drink, or I go through spells where I'm just like, oh, I'll go out and, I'll eat some pizza, or if I go to an arcade or a beer cave or something, or I'll, just go out to kick it with my friends and I'm going home. Right. What would you like? Don't you think that you could just like open a space and it doesn't have to be geared towards it? Because like a non-alcoholic rum, right? Like, why would I drink a non-alcoholic rum? Like, why would I drink a non-alcoholic tequila? Like, if I'm going to drink Casamigos, I don't want like Casamigos light,
Right.
Like, I could just drink like some pop.
Yeah. I think it's based on the drinker. For example, like I said, for me, alcohol just isn't for me. But if I want to go out and I have this place, like kind of this novelty place where I can go experience something, have a cocktail with an alternative kind of rum that's specifically made to kind of mimic the taste, right? Without whatever element to make me drunk or make me feel a certain way, I want to try it. So, right, it's this kind of novelty thing. Like I said, it's a very niched audience for people who are just interested. So if you're interested, we're here. And one of the things that I've noticed too, especially from our last conversation, what I've seen in interest of people, the people that are drawn to the bars that are out there, and even the brands, and even this concept for Praise Bar, is that you're either a complete non-drinker, right? Or you are an excessive drinker. And I think, because I was talking to this one gentleman who, he's a heavy drinker. Like, I've even seen him. And I was talking to him about the concept, and he was interested, right? Because, and there's this language in the sobriety community that I've learned from the people like advocates who drive this is that if you just need a day off, you know, if you just want to try it for a week. So there's this term that they use called sober curious. So you're sober and some people are sober curious because they're looking to get some help. And that's what these brands and these type of bars are for. So in the beginning of this podcast, when we were talking about, when I told you it's purposeful.
Oh, I thought you were going to talk about your wedding. You were wedding curious.
Wow. That's was purposeful too.
You were wedding. You're like, I'm marriage curious. Yeah, I just want to try it for a little bit.
It definitely served a purpose, but that's on the Jesus side. But it's definitely purposeful.
Definitely purposeful. I think it's a really unique idea. Just like the idea of liquids, right? I was trying to bring a juice bar to the hood. The hood. Like literally trying to bring I was the catalyst for like gentrifying my neighborhood, You
should though.
Right. I'm not doing it anymore.
Juice bars are like very popular in the hood now.
Yeah.
But like just before your time.
Yeah, 6 years ago, no. 7 years ago, no.
It was needed 7 years
ago.
It was
needed. It was needed. Yeah. But no, not so much right now. I think it is a unique idea. And when I say unique, I think it does house as a safe space for because there isn't that temptation, right? And the amount of products that are out there that like mimic the taste are wild. I didn't realize that there were so many.
Yeah. If you go to Praise Bar, PRAZBAR on Instagram, and the companies I only follow alcohol-free and alcohol removed companies. So if you want to explore the different type of brands, you can go to our Instagram and follow who we follow. And it's a lot of them right now.
You jumped to the end of the episode where people was going to I was going to ask you, where people can find you.
Do it twice. That's what that's for, sir.
Understood. Understood.
But so right now we're following 123, and I would say about 100 of those are the brands and other non-alcoholic bars across the country.
Okay, that makes sense. What's your favorite one that you've come in contact with?
It's called Monday. It's no, actually, I will say there's a wine alternative brand that I was introduced to by my aunt. And that's another story too of why people are non-drinkers. My aunt and her husband, they're very faith-based people, right? But they like to hang out. They try to keep the marriage spicy. So they would try these non-alcoholic beverages and like have toast and nights out and things like that. And there's one wine company called Free, FRE, and it's an alcohol remove, which means it was a wine before and it goes through this filtration process where the wine is removed.
So it's grape juice.
Oh my goodness.
I'm asking.
I would.
Or is the acidity still there?
So I will say this. I've tasted grape juice, right? And I've tasted this Free alcohol removed wine, and it's very different.
Sparkling
so
grape juice.
Pardon?
Sparkling.
Right, I've had that before. And
no, I'm asking. Like, okay, it's different from sparkling grape juice.
Yeah, because however it was made as a wine, the elements are still there. The only thing that were removed was whatever component that would make you.
Okay.
Exactly. And that's regulated through the FDA. So in this category, the FDA, right, for these brands are categorized under two. You're either non-alcoholic, which means there's 0 traces of alcohol in your beverage. So you started your recipe from scratch. And then there's an alcohol removed category with the FDA where the beverage had alcohol before, and your company goes through this process to remove it. And you're able to still have like 0.05% alcohol but then the FDA says, you know, that's the same amount as a kabuchi. You know what I mean? Or
Yeah.
any, yeah. So free would definitely be my favorite.
How did you come across this?
Free?
No, this concept of sans alcohol or anti-alcohol.
Yeah. So one, like I said before, I've never been a big drinker, right? My family is very faith-based, and I feel that we're fun people. We like to go out. So that part, but then two, my cousin, Shamel, and I put this story on the website, my cousin Shamel, every time we go to a social gathering, every time we go to a restaurant, she always orders a daiquiri, right? And for a decade, she has asked for virgin daiquiris. So there's this behavior, right? That where you want to drink, you want to enjoy like this cocktail kind of drink, but you don't want to get drunk or feel, you know, tipsy. So she really inspired it, because I looked at her and then I started doing the research, and I looked at me and started asking questions, you know, and learned that the industry is like really, really booming. I was on one of the brands, they have a champagne and they're based in the UK, and they have this statistic on their website that says that by the year 2025, right, that this industry will make over $1.6 trillion. And I was like,
I need to get in that industry.
Exactly. And it's a, you know, there's a, you know, when they say when you want to when you're looking for a new business idea, find a gap in something and fill it, you know, and I think that's what these people are doing. There's an audience, definitely an audience. And what I say I love about Praise Bar is that I really want to be tailored for the many reasons they are non-drinkers. You know, people are making healthier decisions just in life. You know what I mean? And we just want to be one of the emerging resources for them.
What were some of your other ventures prior to like doing Praise Bar?
Oh, lots of them, right? Lots. My first one started in 2015. I do want to say I had the concept for Praise Bar in 2015. So if you go to our social media, you would see that things were set up in 2015. I didn't put the idea to motion until 2020 during the pandemic, when we had time to just sit and think, right? So I just want to put that in there. But in 2015, I started a sports blog in Chicago called Summer League Shy. And it was a website where you could get all information about the summer basketball leagues that happened in the city. And I ran that for like 4 years into 2019. So that's one of the things, Summer League Shy. Last year during the pandemic, I did launch a subscription box company called Handmade. Concept behind that, 3 years ago, I started an expo for Black women in Chicago who handmade like skincare. And I had that expo for 2 years where people would just come out and, you know, the ladies would vend, sell their products. So during the pandemic, everything was shut down. So I turned that concept into a subscription box. And we had 3 box cycles last year.
Jeez, so, that's dope.
Handmade.
That's dope. What have you learned that you apply, or what is it that you've learned that you can apply to like your everyday life through these ventures? Yeah.
For me, my biggest lesson, especially when approaching Praise Bar, is to slow down, right? Is to take my time and do not rush. Because what I had found myself doing, I have these ideas and I'm just like, oh, let me create, you know, the online platforms. Let me spend my own money, right? And let me just do it. Let me just get it done. I'll just get it done. But now I'm going to take my time so that I ensure that it's done right on every on every level, financially, partnership wise. Yeah, slowing
Okay.
down and taking the necessary steps.
What are some of the things that you learned through like slowing down?
I've gotten patience.
Okay.
It
You
has
liked it
helped
before?
me. Pardon?
You liked it before?
Yeah, like not
Okay.
just with business, but hence me getting married in a day. Excuse me, sir. Exactly. Patience is not a strong suit.
I didn't do it that time. I didn't do it
Okay.
that time. I didn't mention it that time.
I mean, that's fine. I'm really open about, things. Yeah. So wait, what was the question?
I'm gonna title this episode "I Got Married in a Day."
Ooh.
Yeah. We didn't even
Hashtag
talk about
facts.
that.
All facts.
But what did you? I was saying, did you lack patience before? You say yeah, but we were talking about just the life skills that you've obtained from you being an entrepreneur.
One would be patience, right? I've learned patience by doing this step by step, and I'm learning things that I didn't know.
Like what?
I found, I think that I'm a very creative person. And I'm very aware of how like things run. So I knew what to do. Like I'm a marketer at heart, right? I know how to market. I know how to reach people. So that part came easy for me. But now that I'm slowing down, I'm learning how to be more structured in this business. Yeah, how to, work with the city, how to work with the state, how important partnerships are, how important contracts in the legal side is. You know what I mean? So yeah,
because those will get you in a world of trouble. Lord Jesus, trust me, I know. Because that CTA deal was shit.
Yeah,
but I had it was not good. But go ahead.
So that would be
Okay. So what are the plans for Praise Bar? Like, how soon is it popping up?
Yep. So official like brick and mortar, right? It's 2022 summer, spring or summer 2022. So right now, to get people familiar with the concept, we have some pop-up bars. I mean, not pop-up bars, but pop-up events. Where we're gonna host and be at other people's events to just kind of, build brand awareness. Have these type of discussions, building partnerships with the non-drinking community in Chicago, because I found, connected with actually, and they follow us on social, some sober groups in Chicago. There's another, she just started her concept in July, but there's a young lady in Logan Square who's opening a non-alcoholic bar too on the north side. Praise Bar will be focused, of course, on the south side because that's where I'm from. And I love the south side. But yeah, so building those connections, raising awareness, educating about what this is really what I'm focused on now.
That's dope. What so where can people find you?
So we have a website.
It's
praisebar.com. Remember, that's praise, PRAZ bar.com. And we're at Praise Bar on all social media, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter.
Why the name Praise?
So in 2015, right?
When we were supposed to be changing that. You remember?
I did. This is the thing. In 2015, me and my Jesus mind having this concept, it was only going to be targeted to faith-based people. Until now, I learned there are many reasons people don't drink. You know what I mean? And the market is huger than just faith-based. So then I wanted to have it for, because all the church people I knew, very traditional church people, just didn't drink and needed, another avenue of leisure. So that's why, and it just came in my head. But after our conversation, and I told you I had been thinking about changing it, this is the thing. When you see the word praise spelled like it does in the, in the church and the Bible, then your mind goes there. When you see it spelled differently, like it's spelled now, P-R-A-Z, then bar, like it's together. So it's not two words, it's just praise bar. You're like, oh, is it pros? Is it what? Especially with the accent sign, it just takes your mind away from the traditional praise.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, I'm glad that you're giving people an alternative. I mean, I do talk a lot of trash about it, but I do think that it will be successful. I think it is a cool idea. I mean, clearly, I like things that disrupt. So clearly, I put a juice bar in the hood. So, so I get it.
One thing too, and I've been following Paul Brunson for a while. He does these blogs. You familiar with Paul Brunson at all? No. He talks about like a whole bunch of stuff. But one of the things I've learned from him is that there's a market for everything. Mm-hmm. There are billions and billions, I don't know, trillions of people in this world. There's a market for everything. And this definitely has a niche, specific, purposeful market, like we talked about. And he made a point that one of the best strategies to success is to be as niche and specific as possible in your target market. So that when one of those big corporations or big investors are looking for a specific group of people, they're going to come straight to you. So I think purposeful things like this, even your juice bar, like you were saying 7 years ago, 7 years later in the present, there are a few juice bars in the hood and they stay packed. You know what I mean?
Stay packed.
Yeah. So things come full circle.
Yeah, I get asked about it often, and I'm just like, I don't have because it caused so much pain. Yeah. It's kind of hard to like even revisit that area again, because like this was something I was doing, right? This was something I had like devoted my life to, this idea of fresh fruits and vegetables in a food desert.
Yeah. That term food desert gets to me, but I understand what you're saying.
Yeah. I mean,
I get it. It is definitely still needed. If you was to do it now, it would be a hit. So you want to, get through the trauma.
No, I'm okay. I'll let that be where it is. I got Jesus and Gym Shoes, and I almost definitely buy juice from Black-owned juice bars.
Yeah.
Yeah, Black-owned juice bars like Fruve.
I frequent them a lot.
Shout out to Fruve. Shout out to the homies over there. They helped me out a lot. When I was going through the stuff that I needed to go through, I was able to go over there and Belly Juice. I was in Pilsen. Yeah, those two juice bars really, really, they helped me get it cracking.
Nice.
Nah, I most definitely enjoy going over there. So shout out to Fruve. I had some juice from there 2 weeks ago. Yeah, 2 weeks ago.
Up in there when they were downtown. So vegan, stay cracked. They just bar just out the door.
Yeah, Bonasante's juice bar, stay popping. Yeah, so I can't wait. And Fruve about to come to the hood, so High Park at least, not the hood, but High Park. So they'll have a Southside location. So yeah, but people can reach you at PraiseBar, PRAZBAR .com. You should have a domain, praisebar.liquor.
Liquor.
Yeah.
Probably not.
That was funny.
Probably not.
And then PraiseBar, PRAZBAR on Instagram, right? Okay. You had to make me one of those specialty drinks.
Definitely. So one of the strategies I'm doing to build awareness is called taste test. So like I said, a different type of bars, right? So I'm going to invite some friends, and it's going to be like one of the video series.
Am I one of the friends? Because I don't get invited to nothing.
Now that you say, that was funny. I barely was invited anyway. No, we're going to do these taste tests where like you can taste flights of the different types of alternative rums, yeah. So we're going to do taste tests to see what people like best.
That's dope.
From these bars, from these brands, I mean.
Okay. Yeah, Harlem is saying hello in the background. Well, yeah, I appreciate you being on Jesus and Gym Shoes and introducing my audience to a new concept of, and introducing me to a new concept of a liquorless bar or a spiritless bar.
Mm-hmm. A dry bar is another term the industry uses.
A dry bar. Mm-hmm. It's still wet, but it's dry.
Wow. Well, I appreciate you having me on Jesus and Gym Shoes. I'm dope.
That you haven't listened to. Thank you. I appreciate that.
I'm excited.
I appreciate that. Well, yeah, this has been another episode of Jesus and Gym Shoes, where we have unparalleled conversations about life skills and Jesus. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And you can find us at @thisis_Jesus and Gym Shoes on Instagram. Peace. I love you.